up? It's AJ at HOGWORKZ, and today I'm going to be showing you our Ruckus ST Fairing. This is available in over 100 plus color match options. Fits the 18 plus Street Bob, the 18 to 20 Lowrider, the 21 plus Lowrider S, the 20 to 24 Softail Standard. So in your Ruckus ST Fairing kit, you're going to get a smoked windshield in your kit, an outer fairing, beauty ring for your headlight. You'll get the lower smoked wind deflectors. You'll get the lower fairing mount, your main fairing mount, and you'll get your inner fairing. You will also get all the hardware you'll need to mount everything. For this install, you're gonna need tools. You're gonna need a set of Allen wrenches, standard. You're gonna need a ratchet with a 10 mil, flathead, Phillips, a ratchet with a 9/16 socket, 9/16 wrench, some pliers, and a pick. Let's get to it. All right guys, so first we're gonna pull off our headlight and the headlight bowl. For this, we're gonna need a Phillips screwdriver to take the ring off. Now that your beauty ring is off, you take 9/16 socket and wrench and take the whole bucket off. Clip the headlight. To get this harness out, we're gonna have to de-pin your stock connector here. Unfortunately, it's the only way to really get it through the headlight here. So we'll get this de-pinned. Before you de-pin your connector, make sure to write down or take a picture of what wire goes where. So to get these pins out, I'm just using some messed up tweezers that I got here. And you're not going into the connector. You wanna go just below it in this little cutout here. You go in and turn and pry up. And it'll come out. And what you're doing is you're pushing up on a tab to release the connector. Then you push this rubber grommet through the hole from the backside. This will come out with the wire. Cut this off of the wire because you won't need this no more. Watch your wires, be very careful when you're cutting the grommet off, and put this stuff aside. Now we can reconnect our connector to the harness. Now to put these back in, you're gonna get this little tab up like that, so it stays in your connector. Once you get your pins back into your connector, we can pull off the mount for the headlight. And for that, you'll need your 1/4 inch Allen. Bolt. So for this pin right here, got some pliers, pull that out. Now we're gonna pull the bolt that holds the gas tank on. You're gonna need a 5/16 Allen and a 9/16 wrench. Pull the bolt. I have to wiggle the gas tank a little bit, catch your washers. We're gonna take our bracket here out of our kit and mount it right here. So we're gonna loosen these OEM bolts up, slide it underneath here, push it all the way back, tighten up your stock bolts. This is going to be our lower fairing bracket, and we're going to mount it to the bike just like this with the plate going towards the back and our 2 mount screws. And we're going to leave that loose so we can move it up and down if we have to get it lined up with our fairing. This is going to be our top fairing mount. We're going to mount it just like this with these 2 holes going towards the gas tank. Kind of feed it in past the wire harness. Make sure you don't have anything pinched. Pick the gas tank up with the provided hardware. I'm gonna slip the bolt in. Put this nut on that bolt. And now we'll take one of these bolts and we'll line it up right here in the frame. There is a hole to stick a bolt in there, and we will tighten this down now. This is a 10 mil. we got our upper bracket mounted. We're gonna go ahead and install our inner fairing. And on the inner fairing in the kit, it'll come dismantled. So what you'll do is you'll put the air channels on using 3 screws, Phillips head screws, and then this upper piece will come disassembled. You'll have to put the metal clips on these tabs here. The metal clips on first, and then this piece will just snap right in place. And then using the tabs provided in the kit, you'll want to put your tabs on too for the bolts. So these will be your windshield bolts. Snap the 4 tabs on the top here for your windshield. Make sure your headlight connector is ran up through the center. There's a cutout right here for the wires. Just run it up through the middle here to reach your headlight. Now we're gonna install the inner fairing, and it'll go right onto these hooks right here on both sides. See the hooks on the mount, and you'll line up your mount holes. You'll take 4 of the provided bolts, thread them in, and you'll take your 10mm and tighten these down. Tighten these down to the bracket. Nice and snug. And this bracket on the inner fairing comes installed, so you don't have to install that. Nice and snug. Got our headlight harness right here. So now we're gonna take our black 5 3/4 inch halo maker. You can get this at hogworks.com, and we're gonna install it into our outer fairing. We're gonna stick our 4 bolts in to the backing plate, and you will have to install this plate onto your outer fairing with 3 screws. To tighten your headlight down, you're gonna need a T30. Okay, so now we're gonna mount our inner fairing to our lower fairing support. And we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Get it lined up and adjusted to where you need it. Put your bolt in. So now we got this where it's happy. We'll tighten this. The top bolt first. Nice and snug. Do the same thing on this side. Nice and snug. And then we'll tighten the bottom 2 on the bracket. Okay, nice and snug. And now we're gonna put the outer fairing on. First, we're gonna plug in our headlight. Now we slide the fairing on. There, okay. So take one of these bolts right here with the supplied rubber washer. I'm gonna put it in the fairing there. And now put the rest of your inner fairing bolts in here. Get everything to line up. Get your fairing deflector here with the bolt. It's easier to use your 3mm to get it started. And we're just gonna go ahead and snug this down. We're gonna snug all these down. Same thing on the other side. Air deflector here. snug. All right, now we're gonna put in our windshield bolts here. Tighten down nice and snug. Last but not least, your beauty ring for your headlight. Pop in your beauty ring here, turn, and it clicks right in place. And that concludes the installation of our Ruckus ST Fairing. Check it out at hogworks.com. Thanks.